Alright, what's going on, Stark Squad? I'm back with another video. This one's going to be called How I Got Scammed. And it's probably going to be two parts to this. First part, I'm going to tell you how I got scammed. Second part is like what happened after that. But yeah, let's jump right into it. Alright, so this is what happened. So obviously after graduating college, I had my goal was to go overseas and continue my playing professionally. So with that being said, I was trying to go to, I didn't really know how overseas worked. So I'm going to exposure camps, trying to get into little leagues like the Canadian League, semi-pro leagues, and also trying to go to little showcases and events for where overseas scouts were going to be, supposed to be. And I also put my highlight tape, college highlight tape on this, this recruiting website, and I put my email and number on there, so. And you can go watch my highlight tape. It's on YouTube now. If you YouTube Jaquan Starks, my highlight tapes, I think about 3 parts. It'll pop up, so you can watch that if you guys want. But yeah, so I put that on the site, and I want to say that's where the guy got my number from and email. So he ends up calling me. Mind you, I'm already playing. I think I started playing semi-pro at this point. I was playing with a team out of Boston called the New England Anchors. I think I played 1 game. Went to all the practices, made the team, played 1 game, decided I didn't really like it. It wasn't for me. It was disorganized and whatnot. And plus they promised they were going to pay us. Then they ended up not paying us. So it was a bunch of BS to me. So I ended up not going forward with that. But yeah, so he calls me. He says, give me his name, says the agency he's working for, and say he's an agent. So he's telling me that he has connections with his team out of China. He gives me the team name. We talking back and forth. It all sounds great. It all sounds good. Even after our conversation after that, I'm like, man, this guy has called me, say he was an agent. Said he seen me, on some of the showcases I went to, and he seen my tape, and he wants to offer me. He knows the team that wants to offer me a contract. And my mom was like, oh, so, that sounds great. It sounds good. I'm doing my homework because I still can't believe it. I'm like, I don't know. It sounds all sketchy. So I Googled the team name he told me he represents. I even Googled the agency he said he represents. Which all turns out to be legit. The legit agency. He said he worked for. I was trying to find obviously agent's name under that, but the website didn't give me the agents. It just gave insight on the agency and what they do for, what they can do athletically for kids who are trying to play professionally and stuff like that. So, and the team name, they're out of China. He gives me the team name. I Google the team. It's a legit Eurobasket team. And then take it a step further, there was an email on the site I went to, which I assume to be, the coach's email. I even email, so I shoot an email out to that address, and obviously they get back to me. We email back and forth and whatnot like that. So I'm like, oh, it's okay, it sounds good. It seemed like a legit site. I mean, it is a legit site. Eurobasket is a legit site, So no red flag yet. My mom, which by the way, my mom automatically had a red flag about the guy. She even she made sure she talked to the guy, telling asking my mom is asking everything, all right, you gonna be taking my baby where? To China? All right, who's he gonna be with? Where's he staying? This and that. Where's the asking all the questions that a mom would ask. And obviously she has a red flag already. I don't know, but we'll see. So and then he ends up sending me the contract. So I get the contract, I read it, I'm like, oh, this sounds professional and legit. Take it to my college coach. He reads it over. He's like, sounds good, looks good. He actually knows a guy that played in China. He had him read it over. And the guy that played in China read the contract Jaquan, this seems real legit. I even have him talk to the agent. They going back and forth over the phone about things. And after the conversation, he tells me yeah, Jaquan, it's a legit opportunity, man. Take it and, good luck and congrats. So I'm like, bet, no red flag. I've had people read it over. I've checked, I did my homework, had people even check for me, and, nothing seemed to raise any airs besides my mom. So, and then the thing is, in the contract, the stipulation is, it said how much you would be getting paid. It was it was a little bit of a high amount. It was. So that's another reason why I was kind of like surprised about it too, and like had to really do my homework and try to get it checked over by many resources that I had that this was legit. But in the contract it says, listen, you're like the team obviously wants to come and see you, like want to see you play before the season starts. So you got to come out here before the summer is over, or like that, and work out with the team and practice with the team, play with the team. So I'm like, all right. Man, he give me everything I need. Obviously, visa, where I'm going to be staying. I need a passport, flight there and back, everything. So he tells me, like, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to pay for this, and you're going to pay for that. But like in the contract, like what it said in the contract, it said you'll be fully reimbursed when you get there. That's what the contract says. So I'm like, all right, man, I just had to pay the deposit on where I'm gonna be staying, or like that, or just a deposit. I'm gonna get reimbursed. Obviously, once I get there, I'll eventually be getting a contract. This is what the percentage the agent will be getting out of that contract. So I'm like, all right, I don't know how this works. So I'm thinking that all sounds good. It all seems legit. It all, that's how it's supposed to go. So now, with that being said, that did raise a red flag for my mother ASAP. Like, why are you sending money? Blah blah blah. I'm like, Ma, you know what I mean? I'm like naive, thinking this is like real. My mom is being like a pain about it. It's like she calls a guy and curses his ass out. Like, why does he send you this? Why can't you do that? And blah 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 and this and that. And I'm like, Mom, relax. Like, you know what I mean? It's all gonna work out. But she wasn't trying to hear it. But so long story short, I do end up sending him the $700 for the deposit. Like I said, that should have raised a red flag like automatically, but it didn't. It didn't yet for me. It didn't. But it did for my mom, like I said. So I gave him the $700. When I got my passport, he's supposed to send me my visa. He's supposed to send me my round trip, my flight information, my flight ticket. He's supposed to do all of that. And then, after a while, my mom kept asking, like, when is this happening? When is this leaving? When is he going? And then to the point, my mom was like, you know what? Let me talk to the booking agent myself. And and blah blah blah. So he actually gives my mom a booking agent number and email. My mom calls him. It's a lady, so he got other people working for him. It's a lady, and like I said, I did my homework too. It's a legit booking agency. It's a small business booking agency. I really forgot the name of it. I'm pretty sure I can find it in my email somewhere. I still got all the contract information, emails, all that stuff. But it's a small business, a booking agency, but it's a legit booking agency with a website and stuff like that. But like I said, they talk back and forth, and the lady tells her some stuff, and then I was all right. But I never ended up leaving, obviously, so that's how I knew it was a scam. Because eventually, we kept talking back and forth to the guy, like, yo, when is he leaving? I'm not leaving. When is his visa coming in? When is his flight ticket coming in? Like, all of that stuff. To the point where we called one time, and his number is disconnected. It doesn't work. So at that point, I'm like, oh, shit. Like, he really got me for my money. Like, I really gave this dude $700 thinking he was an agent, and it was all a scam. Like, imagine if I would have gave him way more money now. I mean, $700 is a lot, especially at the time. I'm living at my mom's house, and she basically, I'm fresh out of college. She basically taking care of me because I wasn't working at that time. I'm putting everything into basketball, and all of my money I did have saved up, or the little money I did have, I was spending it on camps trying to get overseas. You know what I mean? So I didn't have anything. So I'm like, damn, like, what am I gonna do now? Like, after that, like I said, he ran a tight ship. So this is for you, all you kids, all you guys that want to go overseas, don't really know how it works, man. Just be careful of stuff like that, working with agents and them selling you false dreams, and them, especially if you gotta give them money or send you money, or even if you have someone in your ear or agent that's telling you to go to certain camps. They'll say, you know what, go to this camp, go to that camp, go to this camp. And they'll send you to those camps where they say they're scouts, and it may not really be no scouts. Or if there are scouts, they probably really just there because they probably taking some of the profit home. And I feel like they do too. There was one time I went to a camp, it was literally like 200 kids. Too much kids. and we're playing literally side to side. When I'm playing the main, we're playing side to side on a little court, like 3-on-3s. We did some like drills and we just played 3-on-3 side to side. Probably like 3 scouts there. Mind you, I think they were legit scouts. But I also feel like it was a huge money run. Like they charged each of us like $200, and there's like 200 kids there. So just imagine that someone says that posing as an agent, he may have ties to that camp. But like, oh yeah, come go to that camp, bang, 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 pay for that. He's there collecting, you know, he's getting some of the profits. So of course he wants kids to go and show up. But mind you, you don't really get nothing from it. You know what I mean? You didn't get picked up from it. So that's why I would say, like, be mindful of that, because some camps could be like just a huge money run and scam, even with legit scouts and legit agents. You know what I mean? So you gotta be real careful. So that's basically the story how I got scammed out of my money. You know, agent posing to be an agent, a professional agent, and yeah, man, he robbed me for $700. I was pissed.
Woke up without a thing to hide. Thanked them for the day as I hit my ride. 4 doors, you could pick a side.